eNCA's Nqobile Madlala is following the story for us, and she joins us now to give us an update. Nqobile, good to have you, and good morning to you. A colleague, I suppose some good news coming in there from, the IEB Matric results. Now, even though we're seeing a slight drop there from, 98.82% to 98.07%, it seems, all candidates actually do qualify for tertiary studies.
Yes, it does seem like that, Dumelo, but in fact where I am in Rhythm House, they are really celebrating. I'm joined by the principal, and I just want her to say it for herself. How are you feeling this morning?
Very, very, very excited. Thank you. This is our first cohort of Matric students. Our school is only 4 years old. We're going into our 5th year. So we knew that we were going to live or die by these results, and fortunately we're going to live a long time.
That sounds like such great news. What do you have planned for today?
So we've invited all the Matrics to come and celebrate, to collect their statement of results at 8:30 in our staff room. So we've laid out our staff room for them with a little bit of non-alcoholic champagne, some muffins, lots of balloons, and just to come and celebrate. It's a sad time because unfortunately their parents won't be able to come as well, and their family members and support team. But our support team of teachers are certainly going to be here to congratulate them and support them.
And I want to talk about those results that you speak of. What exactly did the school get?
100% pass rate. We have 46 Matric students, which is quite a large number for a first year of Matrics. And all of them passed, and we got 74 distinctions out of the 46 students.
Well, that's definitely something to be proud of. But tell me, how did you achieve it? Because there was COVID and everybody was at home. We had to adjust to online. How did you do it?
I think first and foremost, obviously, you have a hand-picked, professional, passionate, enthusiastic bunch of teachers who within 24 hours had to get themselves up and running when lockdown hit. And yes, so they are incredible. They really are. They know their stuff. They are educators at heart. And so they push, shove, they encourage, they love the students, and it's really down to them. And of course, the students showed the most incredible tenacity and perseverance. They had to go from face-to-face teaching to online teaching, then hybrid teaching, then mask-to-mask teaching. So if it really wasn't for their perseverance, their tenacity, their sheer doggedness, I don't think we would have achieved those results.
And just before I let you go, I want to say, perhaps give us what would you say to the students that are going to be starting Matric this year, and they're also just starting on this hard patch of mask-to-mask online? What can they do?
Guys, just go for it. You've got it within you. You're at very good schools. You've got the most passionate, wonderful South African teachers. Just do it. You've had a good year, an example so that you can see what can be done. So just go and enjoy your year.
Thank you very much. Well, Tumelo, the school is just 4 years old, and this is their first Matric, and they say they've got 100%. And a word from the principal saying to everybody out there, if you are starting Matric, you can do it.
Now, congratulations to all those students from Rhythm House. And let's move now to eNCA's Aisha Ismail, who is at the Alcana House in Milnerton, this in Cape Town, but also eNCA's Jason Tathia is at Crawford International College in Tongaat, this in KwaZulu-Natal. Aisha, if I may start with you, I mean, how is the school, responding to these results coming out today?
Well, here at Alcana House in Sunningdale, they've had 100% Matric pass rate, and they've also had 96.5% of their students having attained a bachelor's degree pass. And the headmaster and the teachers at the school are ecstatic. They are very happy. There's lots of excitement here outside the school. And later on today, we're actually going to see parents bringing their children to come and collect their results. And it's going to be different to other years where people used to come and gather, and there used to be lots of celebrations. And of course, because of COVID-19 protocols in place, there's going to be a drive pass. But I'm now joined by the headmaster of Alcana House. Mr. Morton, you are very, very excited about the good results that your students achieved during very, very difficult times.
Absolutely. We are thrilled with the outstanding set of results. For a normal year, we'd be absolutely delighted, and obviously in the COVID experience that we had last year, we are incredibly proud of the class of 2020. Really outstanding set of results, both at the top end, and then we also celebrate some of those students that we helped get through at the bottom. Across the board, we are really, really proud of the class of 2020.
Now, 100% pass rate and also 96.5% bachelor's degree. How did your students do it through these difficult times?
I think it's a partnership between the students, the staff and the parents. And at Alcana, it certainly is a partnership that works very well. The students, in the difficult year that they had, put their heads down during the online learning time. They really were thorough in what they were doing and worked closely with the staff in achieving those results. But in the end, it's the effort that they put in and the discipline that they had to achieve these wonderful results.
Mr. Morton, thank you so much for your time. But I'm also now joined by one of the top students here at Alcana House, Aliyah Swat, and she obtained 8 distinctions. My goodness, how did you do that?
Yes, it was difficult with lockdown and that, but I just put my head down and studied and tried my best, and I achieved the results I wanted, so I was very pleased.
So you got 8 distinctions in all your subjects. What was your favorite subject?
Definitely maths. I think so, yeah.
So maths being your favorite subject, but you also still excelled in all your other subjects.
Yes, I don't know, I just love working with numbers and that, so I think that's why it's my favorite. I also enjoy accounting a lot and that.
So now, we were talking about the difficult times, COVID-19. You had to adapt to a totally different way of studying, of coming, well, you know, for most of the time you didn't come to school. It was online learning. How did you do that?
I think I had a great support of teachers and friends who were there for me. I mean, it was a learning curve for everyone last year and everyone was in the same boat, but I think everyone understood that no one knew what they were doing, so we were patient with each other and we managed.
What are you going to be studying this year?
I'm going to be studying medicine at Stellenbosch University.
And if you had any advice to the new matriculants, what would that be?
I think it would be just know what your goals are and what you want to achieve, and then just put your head down and work, and if you believe you can get it, you can achieve all your goals you want to.
Thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you.
And there we heard from one of the top students here at Alcana House talking about hard work and dedication and to know what your goals are.
Yeah, I can imagine how excited and relieved they are that they got through, last year with such excellent marks. Thank you so much, Nwabile Matlala and Aisha Ismail. But let's move to eNCA's Dason Tathiana, who is at Crawford International College in Tongat in KwaZulu-Natal. Dason, I mean, how's it going from where you are? We're hearing quite good news from Gauteng as well as, the Western Cape. In KZN, how's it going there?
Well, Tumelo, even all of these years later, the thought of matric results still gives me anxiety, even though it's been a really long time. But fortunately, this time around, we are celebrating some really good news. As you mentioned, I am at Crawford's North Coast campus. But I'm also surrounded by some really incredible brains right now. These are some of the top achievers here. I promised them that I would not get these names wrong. So, good morning, Bianca. Firstly, it's been an unprecedented year. 2020 brought lots of anxiety for people. And I guess more so when you in Matric, how did you get through it?
Honestly, lots of sleep. You sleep away your problems. But no, I had a lot of support from my friends, from my family, and especially the teachers. I honestly don't think we could have done any of it without them. The way that they hopped on to the online platform so quickly and tried to make sure that we were all okay with it was definitely a big help.
And let's just quickly share those amazing results with the country.
So I take 8 subjects and I got 8 A's.
Well done. Santuri, and what was your trick to get through a very, very difficult year?
Well, I think it's all about time management. It was such a crazy year. We were thrown all over the place, you know, with COVID and things. And I think it's just about reprioritizing and, you know, starting to study as soon as you can, working your past papers. Yeah, I think that was what got me through the year.
And what were your strongest subjects?
I would say maths, Afrikaans, yeah, I think life sciences.
Well done. And you two are the top 2 achievers here. And you happen to be twins. Amera and Xenia. Yes. Got it right, yes. So let me just start with you. I mean, did both of you just offer support to each other and reassurance during the year? How did you cope? I mean, it was a huge challenge and, you know, it took a change in mindset to get to where you are, especially to get those kinds of results.
Yes, definitely. I mean, it was extremely stressful just being thrown into COVID and Matric online, and Xenia's definitely been a shoulder to cry on many days, and we'd vent to each other, debate topics, and it was nice if I didn't understand something and I could ask Xenia, and I hope she could do the same.
I hope she offered you her shoulder too.
She did. Yeah, I think, like, as a Matric student, you'd think that the most stressful thing you'd have to go through last year would be to write final exams, and then you get thrown into the midst of a raging pandemic. It's just a lot to deal with, and you don't, like, the uncertainty for me was the worst part, but I think through it all, what helped me was crying a lot.
Wow, okay. That's a tip for the new Matrics.
Crying helps, and I think I had over 100 emotional outbursts. My parents will tell you that I was always...
Amera will tell us that too.
Yeah, American agree. But yes, I think having a twin to go through it with you is something that is a unique experience and not many can relate to, obviously. But it was lovely, having someone to as she said, if I needed help with anything, if I needed to vent to.
This is what I want to know. So you've gotten through Matric together. What does this year hold for both of you? Are you going to be together in your tertiary studies?
Yes, I always say we've been together from the womb. Yeah. And so we're going to be staying together and hopefully studying at UCT, but different degrees.
And you? What will you be studying?
I will probably be studying actuarial science at UCT. And, well, we're going to stay together. So.
Congratulations to all of you. I stand to be corrected, but it was 8 A's and 7 A's. Yeah. Well done. Amazing results to all of you. And I wish you all of the best in the year ahead. Really some inspiring stories coming out of Crawford here on the North Coast. And hopefully it'll be an inspiration to the next batch of Matrics who are also going to be dealing with what is left of this COVID-19 pandemic.
Listen, Dason, I understand when you say that there's still that anxiety when you hear results, because if there's one thing about top achievers from Matric is that they will make you question your IQ. They sound so well-spoken, so intelligent, so focused, and we wish them all the best. But thank you so much, Dason Thathia, for